Hey, what's up? This is Unrivaled Skyrim, and this is going to be the battle between Peninsula and Soryung in round 3, the semifinals. Looks like they only played 2 battles, but let's go ahead and watch the first one. They sent me the replays, and looks like I think Peninsula is going as Carthage, and Soryung is going as the Nervi. Peninsula, he's got 4 campaigning cav, 1 elephant as his general, African war elephant. Looks like 2, what are those, Carthaginian hoplites, or I think so, and late Libyan hoplites. Looks like 1 unit of mercenary Italian swordsmen and 5 Scutarii. So he's going with a real, he's going with a rush build. Looks like Soryung, he's going with a Oathsworn as general, 2 light Celtic cavalry, either 5 mighty horse or 5 noble horsemen. I don't know. I think mighty horse is it? 2 units of Celtic skirmishers, 1 longbowman. Looks like 3 Celtic swordsmen, 1 naked, or I don't know, is that a naked fanatic? 1 levy spearman. I think these are Celtic ambushers, I think that's what they're called, and 1 more Oathsworn. This is going to be on a Battle Bactria map, so it looks like there's a kind of a hill in the middle. Not really, it's really open. Let's take a look. Yeah, Peninsula, he's going with a real, excuse me. He's got no skirmishers, he's going for a rush build, rush attack. He's screening in his advance with his Campanians. He's got some late Carthaginian hoplites on the flanks, and some late Libyan hoplites, just to try to ward off any frontal cav charges. Yeah, mighty horse, so I guess there are 4 mighty horse. Soryung, he's doing pretty much the same thing. He's screening his forces with his cav. He's advancing with, he's got his Celtic warriors in the center. He's put those guys into shield wall to better protect themselves from a frontal charge. A campaigning cav could have killed that unit. Let's see, his mighty horse, 2 mighty horses going up against 1 of companion cav, and it looks like he's trying to turn her around, but Soryung, he's just going to try to swarm this unit, but turn around in the last minute to face the 2nd campaign cav. Same thing's kind of going on over here. Looks like this naked spear. Oh, that's a naked spear. Got frontal charged by a companion. He did have counter cavalry tactics, but they weren't braced, so they took a lot of damage, and he was able to get that campaigning cav out of there. Looks like there is a this is a quick battle. There's a major brawl on the right going on right now, and in the center there's some mercenary Scutarii infantry he's throwing them into the mix, and it looks like on the Peninsula, he activated Frenzy on those units on a flank, and looks like a unit of African war elephants is going to get into this mighty horse. It's going to actually tear through that unit, so he could lose, Soryung could lose that mighty horse. Let's go on. The balance bar is still quite even, and it looks like it's still anyone's game. Doesn't look like anyone's gotten an advantage quite yet. So there's some Italian swordsmen trying to hold off that light horse. I think they would do so, but Soryung got that unit out of there. And it looks like Soryung, he might lose this noble horse. Looks like they're wavering. It looks like Soryung, he's losing that naked spear unit. It's going up against some light Carthaginian hoplites. He's throwing in some fierce swords. I don't know what I called them earlier, but they're called fierce swords. I hardly play as the barbarian factions. Looks like this light horse charged into this African war elephant. It's not going to be. It's going to get murdered. Looks like some Nervi are actually gaining the upper hand in the center. There's some Oathsworn, and they're going to be real tough units, but there's some mercenary campaigning cav into them, and they have a bonus versus infantry, so they could potentially get a lot of kills in them, on them. Looks like some companions are running down these Celtic youths, and it looks like some light horse is routing back there. Let's see, mighty horse countercharging into these campaigning cav. And it looks like there's some flaming javelins or flaming missiles being discharged into them. I don't know if Soryung, he had those units trying to fire flaming missiles on these elephants, and he just forgot to change them. These Celtic hunter, or excuse me, Gallic hunters, they don't have heavy shots, so I guess the only effective use of them is to use flaming shot in this case on these elephants, or maybe try to lower the morale from the units. But it looks like there's some Celtic, or excuse me, some mighty horse routing over here. It's got impaled or stuck on these hoplites. It looks like some elephants are helping to take out these fierce swords. They really have no defense against that unit. Let's go ahead and let's get some close-ups. Nice. Yeah, so it looks like Venislav is going to come out the victor in this part. He used good use of his companions. His elephants probably got they almost have 200 kills. He made sure they didn't get into any of the Celtic youths or anything like that, any missile units, and he used the vulnerability of the Celtic, the barbarian units, and they can't withstand these African war elephants. It looks like maybe there are some units on Carthage's side routing. Maybe not. The banners kind of look the same from a distance, not up close, but from a distance. So it looks like some Cav and some Carthaginian hoplites are trying to take out this last mighty horse over here. Take a look. Go to the cinematic. Yeah, so they ran off those Celtic, these horsemen over here. They're trying to get out of here. I don't know if they're routed. Yeah, they're routed. Yeah, it's over. So good battle. I think it was a mutual exchange. Both sides took some pretty good losses. Soryung, he did outman them, but the problem was these are really cheap. I mean, these can be effective units to overwhelm your enemy, but if they don't get a chance to do so, they're very cheap, and they don't have very good armor and defense. They have good shield strength, but they just don't have very good defense. Instead of an O-Sword, they're pretty good. Mighty Horse, not a whole lot of kills with these Mighty Horse. And these Light Horse, this one only got 25. This O-Sworn probably got some Scutarii, maybe some Hoplites. Got over 300 kills, so that was really his killing force right there, was these two O-Sworn. On the other hand, these elephants got over 200, and these Campanian Cav are really cost effective now that melee Cav so much better than what they used to. And I wouldn't say Shock Cav have been nerfed. Maybe they have been, but it seems like they're not as effective as they used to be against melee Cav. Now melee Cav kind of reigns supreme online in most cases. But let's take a look. Let's go to the second battle. Why'd it go away? Yeah, second battle. Looks like Venislav is going as Rome, and now, man, they changed maps. That's cool. And Soryung has decided to go as Parthia. Looks like 3 Socia Equites, 1 General's Bodyguard, 2 Syrian Archers, 3 Armored Legionnaires, looks like 2 Evocati Cohort, or first cohorts, I don't know, 4 Auxiliary Infantry, 2 War Dogs, and 1 Praetorian Guard. As for Soryung's Parthian army, he's got his General and the Noble Horse Archer, 2 Mercenary Sarmatian Archers, looks like some Camel Cataphracts, I think 2 Eastern Cataphracts. Let's go over there and take a look. On a Royal Cataphract unit, some Peltes, mercenary ones. Yeah, and he's got a unit of Indian War Elephants. And it's interesting he brought this unit of this Eastern Scorpion. Maybe he was thinking that Venislav was going to go with an elephant, maybe, or maybe a lot of, I don't know, heavy Cav. This Scorpion can potentially take out some some of these cohort units, these Armored Legionnaires. Let's see, Praetorian Guard. Did he have I guess those were Avocado cohorts. I thought they were first cohorts for a second. So he's got some infantry, some Eastern Spearmen, and a unit of Hillmen. Probably just, I don't know if he has any foot, any archers, but let's take a look. Looks like there's going to be a skirmish battle in the forest over here, and it's cool. It's autumn, so it looks pretty neat. Actually, I think these are Scythian. No, these are Sarmatian horse archers. Alright. Yeah, it looks like they are running back and forth trying to skirmish with these armored legionnaires, but they're heavily armored, or actually these are Avocado cohort. They're not going to take much damage from the front. They've only taken two losses. They have pretty good shields, and plus they're shooting at them into the forest, which reduces the missile damage that a unit may take from arrows and whatnot. And he does have 2 war dogs, so he could potentially use those and sick them upon these, oh, he did! Let's see, some war dogs are going to get into these horse archers, and they're going to get, looks like they got a pretty good number of them got caught right there. Yeah, those dogs are fast too. They can more than outrun these horses. Yeah, they're getting a lot of kills on these horse archers. Yeah, you know, it's a good strategy to bring war dogs on a wooded map or a forested map, because you won't be able to see them as well as open on an open battlefield, on an open plain. So it looks like those dogs are just gonna murder these horse archers. This unit is routing already, so that's 1 horse archer down. Looks like there's a brawl going on in the center. Looks like some cataphracts may have charged a legionnaire from the front. Let's see here. It was probably braced, and it was there in time to ward off those cataphracts, or noble blood cavalry and eastern cataphracts. So they took some losses. Soryung, it looked like for a second there he's going to charge in his elephants, but he saw all these auxiliary infantry, and he probably decided against it. And plus, Vinsula, he does have these Syrian archers, which can use heavy shot and flaming missile to ward off those elephants. So it looks like some Sociotes, I don't know what they're going for. I guess they're chasing down some horse archers, I don't know. But it looks like it's going to get caught against this, against all this cav. But Vinsula, he's getting a lot of missiles, it seems like, into this blob over here. Maybe he's trying to, I don't know, maybe he's trying to run down a horse archer, and he let it get too far away from his lines. So Soryung, looks like he pretty much destroyed that cav unit. And if I were Soryung, I'd take this hill over here. It can totally be his, and it looks like he might be doing that. I don't know. But if I were him, I'd be taking this high ground over here. This is very good ground, and I don't know why Vinsula didn't want to. Maybe because he prefers having these trees to kind of shield his men from missile fire. But it looks like more dogs are going after these horse archers over here. Yeah, you can see them. You can see them running up over here. Let's take a look. Dogs are going to unleash in these horse archers. And it looks like Soryung, he noticed the last second, so he's going to throw in his horse archers melee. Or it looked like for a second he's doing so. So these dogs, I mean, it would be cost effective if they get some kills on these horse archers, because that's I think that's one of the best horse archer units in the game. So Vinsula, he's just trying to protect his flanks. He's shooting into these royal cataphracts, trying to take their HP down. And it looks like Soryung, he's deciding, he's like, I can charge these guys totally from the front. Problem is, Cav do not move as quickly as they do in the forest, because they take they run up to 70% of their normal speed, and they fight less effectively in a forested area. So look, they got a charge right there. These royal cataphracts, man. Avocado cohort took some losses, and he's going to be smart. He's going to charge and get the heck out of there. He can't allow his cataphracts to get pinned down, because then they'll start taking losses. And it looks like he's doing the same thing over here with some noble blood cav. charge these units over here. Vinsula, he's got this unit of auxiliary infantry, which will have a bonus versus cav, and it looks like he's trying to screen in and actually bring in these elephants into the ranks of this Praetorian Guard. So it looks like Praetorian Guard might actually, they're taking losses. I don't know how long they can hold these elephants. Vinsula needs to get some shots into these elephants, and it looks like they're turning. They're trying to get into these Syrian archers, and it looks like some elephants he's already lost like 3 so far. And now these archers are training their missiles upon these elephants. So very good on his part. Even these armored legionnaires can do some damage against these elephants, even though it's not preferable, but they still can. Some auxiliary infantry are helping out, taking out this elephant. So this is a major blow to Soryung. Yeah, this elephant's routing right now, so it's pretty much done for. Let's take a look what's going on the left. Soryung, if I were him, I'd take this high ground and try to surround him that way. But Vinsula, he's got his units compacted in this forested area. He's doing a very good job of warding off any sort of charges, frontal charges from Soryung. Soryung, he's trying to use his auxiliary, his shock cav, use them to their most extent to get them to use their charge bonus against these Evocati cohort, which won't receive a bonus versus cav. But he can't allow them to get pinned down at all, even against some socii equites. Let's see here. Auxiliary infantry running down some hillmen, and some armored legionaries doing the same. So, looks like some legionaries got into some spearmen over here. That unit will get torn up. Let's see here. Now he's bringing up his mercenary peltas, which are getting some flanking shots on these oh, I thought they were Praetorians. They're armored legionnaires. Yeah, he's discharging his missiles. He's training them on these Praetorian Guard. That's a real expensive unit. It's cost effective to take that out. It's got only 61 men left in it, and how many kills? It's only got 31 kills, so it hasn't paid for itself yet. Maybe got some kills on some cataphracts, I don't know, but so far it seems like that unit has been paid for yet. Soryung, he knows he can't win over here, so he's trying to kite backwards and seek a victory somewhere else. And it looks like he's pretty much doing the same thing. He's skirmishing over here, but these horse archers, they're going to start running out of ammunition sooner or later, and I just don't think they're going to have enough ammunition to do a lot of damage against these Roman units over here. They'd be more effective over here because it's out in the open. There's not as much cover from missiles since it's an open plain. Eastern Spearmen, I think they can outrun these Praetorian Guard. They're less equipped, not as heavy. Let's take a look what's going on over here. Vinsula, he's using his general's bodyguard to go after some of these mercenary peltas, and it looks like he killed a good number of them. Excuse me. Yeah. But it looks like his noble horse caught his general, so I don't know. He only took 4 losses, so I think that's a good trade-off. And now the Eastern... Actually, he dismounted his Eastern general. Wow. That's an interesting choice. That unit's not good in melee anyways. It needs its horses. I don't know why he dismounted that unit. I have no idea why he did that. Maybe he accidentally did it. Like he accidentally pressed the wrong button. I don't know. But his general is now dismounted. And they're fresh though. Vinsula, he's giving chase. And you know, I haven't really paid much attention to the Scorpion unit. I don't know if it was effective. The crewman over here, I don't know why it was doing over there. Maybe he's just trying to hold up a few units, buy the rest of his army time to kite backwards. And it looks like this general is going to go into some more peltas. Let's see here, Noble Blood Cav. You gotta be careful though. This general can be taken out by his Noble Blood Cav. It looks like he's gonna get rear charged as well, surrounded. So it looks like Vinsula, he wanted to get some Peltes, but he threw away his general pretty much. Yeah, he's gone now. I mean, he did buy some time for his legionnaires to catch up to some of these horse archers and all these eastern units. And it looks like this mercenary Peltes is routing. They got caught on these armored legionnaires. Yeah, the more units that Soryang loses, the less chance he's going to have of, well, obviously winning this battle. But he needs his skirmishers, because his infantry's not going to be able to defeat these cohort units, these legionnaires. And you know, he could potentially charge this unit of Assyrian archers with this unit of Sarmatian horse archers, but yeah, it just looks like Soryang, he's not going to have enough forces left. He couldn't skirmish as effectively because Vinsula, he positioned his army in the forest where he protected himself from missiles, and any sort of frontal cavalry charge would have been less effective, which is what cataphracts are meant for. Yeah, it looks like there's some units of Rome routing, Praetorian Guard is routing. Looks like some Noble Blood Cav got into it. Looks like some javelins are also going to be discharged into it. Looks like he's hitting some of his own horses as well. Yeah, Praetorian Guards got killed. It only got 36 kills, so not very cost effective, but let's see here. More horse archers over here, auxiliary infantry. Vinsula, he's just pushing Soryang's units backwards, and this is a real close battle. What Soryang needs to do, he needs to single out individual units, but on the same time, Vinsula, he's not going to really he's going to try to keep his units relatively close together and try to outlast Soryang and his skirmish-based army. Looks like some Noble Blood Cav is routing back here. Looks like they got some auxiliary infantry. They did single out this unit and took it out, so that's good for Soryang. As for the moment, the bounce bar I think is going towards Rome now, though. It looks like this unit of Royal Cataphracts is going to rear charge this unit. That should be devastating. This unit's exhausted anyways. So is his Royal Cataphract. Avocati cohort, he got them braced, and I think that kind of warded off some of these cataphracts. If I were Soryang, I would try to rest my units some, because these cataphracts aren't as effective. They're real exhausted, like this one is right now. It used to trample, and that's probably what got exhausted. And it looks like he might be trying to attack these Syrian archers with that horse archer unit. But Vinsula, he's going to ward off that unit with some of his auxiliary infantry and Avocati cohort. So once again, he is in a wooded area. If Soryang, I doubt it, but if he has any more missiles, actually he does. This unit has javelins. This unit doesn't, though. You can tell because if they have their swords drawn out instead of their javelins, then they don't have missiles. Eastern Spearmen still alive. This crewman for the Scorpion still alive. These horse archers, looks like they still have, if they still have their bows out, that means they have ammunition. Honestly, I don't think they have a lot of ammunition left, though. Let's see some spearmen circling around. It looks like there's some action going on over here. Soryang, he ran forward. He's catching these mercenary Peltes. That's a really hard blow for Soryang. He needs these javelin units to pick apart these Avocati cohorts, especially these armored legionnaires. This unit still has 114 men left. And good thing for Soryang, these archers are out of ammunition. They have their daggers drawn out. You can always tell if they don't have their missile weapons drawn out, that if a skirmishing unit is out of ammunition. So Soryang, he's got surround, and look, this unit of armored legionnaire, it is surrounded. So if I were him, I would pounce on this unit immediately with some heavy cav. He needs to get those royal cataphracts into it. But it looks like Vinsula, he's going to try to support that unit. Move, keep mobile and try to bide some time to get back towards the rest of his units, and it looks like he accomplished that. It's going to get charged by. Let's see here. It only took minimal casualties from that charge, so because that cataphracts is A, it's depleted, B, it's exhausted, and I think this was premature of him to throw in these Eastern Spearmen. Yeah, he knew that immediately after he threw that unit in, and now it's just going to get swarmed by these Legionnaires, and they're just going to get butchered. So, but that did allow these horse archers to draw these units out and get some shots into these units. But I just don't think Soryung's going to have enough units to take out this blob of heavy infantry. I mean, you still got to take out these spear-armed auxiliary infantry. They're exhausted though, but still, they can be effective against any sort of heavy cav that, I think he only has a royal cataphract. Yeah, Soryung can't win this battle. He can try his best, but it's honestly over right now. He just doesn't have any heavy cavalry or heavy infantry left. Not enough to be decisive. His skirmishers are running out. His general is pretty heavy, but it's only a horse archer dismounted, so if I were Vincela, I would just stop giving chase. He's just gonna exhaust his own dudes, his own men. Most of them are tired, exhausted. But so are Soryung guys. They've been running around this whole entire match. Here, there's still 11 minutes left. I'm actually gonna fast forward. It's pretty much over now. It's just a matter of time before Soryung's men get caught. And if I were Rome right now, if I were Vincela, I would just pick some high ground and just wait it out, because Soryung, he just doesn't have. Looks like he got a charge with his horse archers, but that unit is just not good. It's exhausted. It's not going to do damage against these heavy infantry. I would just stop these units, stop running around, and just wait for Soryung to do a last charge. Make your last stand. It's the only. I mean, he could chase him around the battlefield, but that might potentially give Soryung an opportunity to single out some units like this archer unit, even though it's not going to be effective. He doesn't really need to take it out. But the problem is, yeah, they're just going back and forth. Soryung, he wants to survive. He knows he lost the first battle. It's double elimination, so double elimination. So best 2 out of 3. Yeah, these units. I don't know why he used crack the whip on them, because that's going to exhaust them even more, I believe. Let's see here. And it looks like he's doing that, actually. He's going to hold his guys. They are going to make a last stand. Maybe Soryung's resting his men too. They should be exhausted though. They've been... Okay, actually no, they're gaining their stamina back. Probably the Roman units are doing the same. Yeah, these units are fresh. So, now it's all up to Soryung. I mean... the battle's already over. He just doesn't have the manpower, and he doesn't have any heavy infantry. These armored legionnaires are still healthy for the most part. Evocati cohorts, some auxiliary infantry. He doesn't have any heavy cav. I mean, if he had a few eastern cataphracts and maybe some horse archers, maybe, when they were going back and forth, he could have taken out a few of these units, and that would have greatly reduced Vincela from winning this battle. But I just think it's just over right now. So it looks like Vincela, he's going forward. Here's 2 minutes left. Put in normal time. Yeah, these armored legionnaires are fresh now. So are these noble horse archers. They're on foot. Looks like some javelins got discharged into these royal cataphracts. And I don't know why he used rapid advance. He was stationary. He should have put his guys in Actually, I don't have shield wall. Should just brace them better, I think, and then try to swarm it with his men. Looks like some Eastern Spearmen gonna get chopped up even by the auxiliary infantry. Looks like some mercenary peltas got caught by these armored legionnaires. Yeah, it's pretty much over. Um, these armored legionnaires are going to murder this horse archer general. Um, yeah, look, that guy, he's just impaling that dude with his sword. This guy's probably going to get his head chopped off. Let's see what happens. Oh, they're going to flee. I think that's pretty much the battle. And there's 39 seconds left. Looks like this unit of Eastern Spearman's going to get sandwiched between two Roman units. That's not good. He's going to put him in square. That's actually the best thing you can do possibly right now. He's still going to die, but at least they'll hold out for a little bit longer. But yeah, their morale's just shaken. They're surrounded. They weren't going to hold up anyways. Yeah, these units are pretty much done for. So that's the end of the battle. Looks like Vincula is going to advance to the final, play against Greek Hercules. I can't wait for that. Probably do that around Saturday, but let's take a look at the statistics. The Roman Cav, not a whole lot of kills. He's really outmanned in the cavalry contingent. Syrian archers, they did their part. I think they took a lot of HP damage off of these cataphracts and Noble Blood Cav, and they did get a lot of kills on these Indian War Elephants, which only got 71. Wasn't really paying attention to this Eastern Scorpion, but I guess it got 88 kills, so, but I knew it wasn't going to be a whole lot effective. These Avocati cohort did their part. Praetorian Guard got a chevron, experienced chevron. I guess it killed some, like, royal cataphracts or something, I don't know. Camel cataphracts, I wasn't really paying attention to them. They can frighten enemy units, though. But these armored legionaries, they cleaned house. And these war dogs, they were put to very good use. They got these Sarmatian horse archers and got into the noble horse archers, took their numbers down. Some of these peltas did real good. These two did particularly fine. Eastern Spearmen and Hillmen. Hillman probably got into some archers or something. It seems like he got a lot of kills. Maybe into some auxiliary infantry. Auxiliary infantry are just meant for supporting your infantry and your cavalry with their spears, and maybe protecting some skirmishers. But overall, very good games. Thanks for watching. I'll be posting these battles up shortly. It's the end of round 3, the semifinals. The final will be between Venezuela and Greek Hercules. So please stay tuned. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Check me out on Twitch and follow me on there. And AB, see you later. Peace.